Welcome back, everybody. So we are there. Hi, Dubs. That's all right, mate. That's not a problem. Hope you're okay. Just wanted to turn the compass off there. I hate having the bloody thing on. I'm playing GoblinZ. Waiting for Chuckles to wake up because he's on nights. As I'm slowly making my way down the map. In this sort of direction and then up. While looking for everything. Because this ain't no normal server. Though I've got this very nice little 357 Magnum tactical pump action rifle thing. We have some fun stuff like you can stick a shoulder bag on at the same time as a rucksack, which makes sense. Got a Sakau fish have swum across the Chanaris. You know me, I like to make my servers slightly harder. 60% nerf of everything, minimum. Some stuff's 100%. And we've got about 10 people that are playing at the moment on a regular basis. Server's been up a week, actually, a week today. And it will stay up now, depending on what happens with 1.29, till January, when we switch to a new provider. I'm not doing Salisky on this run. Actually, I might pop into Salisky. There's some military in there that might be worth checking out now. Worth looting, I suppose. Keys are ultra hard to find. Zombie drops, but in very low percentages. So I've not done the Sakau containers. It is a good way of doing it, though, using the code that's already there. It makes it a really easy way of having loot crates without having to have extra code. So I can see why people do it. They are on this server, but not used in the normal way. There is a hidden train tunnel that's full of gas. And if you get into the hidden areas, there are Sakau containers in there. But players don't know about them, if that makes sense. Unless anybody's watching now and they're like, oh, I need Sakau keys, do I? Yeah, you need Sakau keys to open those containers. So I don't have them spawning on the beach in conventional ways. I use them as part of builds within Editor. And then I can put stuff inside them that will automatically respawn on each restart. Works quite well. But I'm using normal CJ loot crates on here. Long grass mod, as you can see. We're running a custom weather mod that allows me to control the weather down per hour. We have warm getting hotter and hotter through the day. Then a massive, massive thunderstorm at night for an hour. And rain. Then it all becomes calm through the night. And then first in the morning we have it really, really foggy. By doing that, players sort of know that when they get wet, they're going to have to then light a fire at night to dry out, or live with it, as I would. And then the rest of the day will be nice weather. It stops people. It seems to stop people leaving the server because it's horrible weather. You know what people are like? Chernarus rain's a bitch. We duos the server now, so we do have duos playing, which is why I'm waiting for Chuckles, because we're going to join a team. Because I'm a little bit busier than I used to be. I'm doing some instructional stuff with the military, so 2 nights a week and a lot of weekends I'm away now. And then I have a late night with work anyway, so now it's only really... My gaming nights are Mondays, Fridays and weekends, unless I'm away. And then it's just a Monday. But streaming, while making me a little bit of income to cover the server, it's not a full-time gig. And I needed to make some more money. Cash. No, just a server freeze. Okay. Need to look at that. What time is it? 19:22. Okay. We'll watch back the video, get that timer, and we'll have a look at the files to see why it froze. Got air raid on here, so random towns will have the air raid alarm go off, and then they'll get hit with ordnance. Keep people moving. Makes them choose different places to live. But the 60% nerf of loot is awful. Just, there is nothing around. And rather than have it replace on each restart, I just have it run still on timers. Give me a key. No. I mean, this character's been alive now for about 4 hours, and that's all I've managed to get. And you spawn in with that key. It's a hard fight. Good. You know me, I like challenging servers, like watching you playing the mouse and things like that. We like servers that challenge us a bit more than your standard. We could work our way through some of these. They're empty. Yes, so that can go away now. Still got some emergency food, okay. Yeah, I'm the same. Looting, survival, for me, base building. But I make base building difficult to get the resources now. But it's a survival side. I love the survival side in DayZ. Because it is a challenge. And now I make sort of enhanced vanilla servers even more of a challenge. I'm not good enough at the PvP, that's my trouble. My reaction times are too slow. So I'm a lucky PvPer. Which is why I sort of more migrate to these sort of hardcore survival-y type servers where you might have PvP happen, but it's not every 30 seconds, because I can't deal with that anymore. Arthritis in 2 hands and age doesn't help. Yes, I do. Yeah. I have quad bikes on here this wipe as well, but ultra rare. You can only get one in my version of Endgame. So. And barbed wire that cuts you. So yeah, I have the bridge on here. I don't think it makes any difference, apart from you don't get wet. And if anything, you're channeled now. You're more likely to get shot. Like that poor soul. We've got currently 88 different map edits on the map. I can't get any more data into the map group pos. So we're at maximum for loot spots. Which is amazing. Even if we don't have loot forming, at least we're there. We have a little bit of military in here, so we're really visiting for the military. I haven't streamed yet to the short feed. I believe it's a new feature, isn't it? I did get an email about it. Oh, bloody rocks. But they're saying they're going to roll out the ability to do both at the same time officially, rather than use third-party apps. And that I'm interested in. Where I can just not have to use a app that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. It'll become easier for people watching on phone to obviously watch a short stream. Now this isn't gas on the island. This is meant to be mist that has come from a power station that blew up. But it's affecting the water, so the water becomes the graphics fail on the water. The mist makes the water look like it's condemned or done something weird, but I quite like the effect. Probably next week when I do my version of Halloween, we're going to put some spooky shit on this island. I think my priests are all going to be turned into witches. I've already got the goats in with the red eyes, so I'm trying to work out a way of having the priest spawn with a goat. So you'll have a witch spawn with a goat with red eyes on the map. It's my next challenge. So yeah, the water doesn't quite work with the mist, but it just adds to the effect that something's gone wrong. I don't know why I'm running and being tactical. I've only got bloody 2 rounds of 357. The chances of coming out of any firefight alive are quite 0. But yeah, the water is all a little bit weird. But only in this area because of the mist. That's life. I ran an event last night where as I was driving around Northwest Airfield in a quad and the guys had to shoot me and steal everything. They seemed to enjoy. So I then have a fresh life. Fucking kitchen time, I'm not interested in that shit. That's quite useful. Live with that. That's good. Yeah, and needed at night on here. Warm days, colder nights. When you're wet through. Fucking wrong way, Goblin, wrong way. Ooh, 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 ooh. Huh. Getting tools though is really difficult. And as much as I've got easy flag and small flag, you do need to find a flag to go in on the easy flagpole. So it's nice, but it's not a game changer. Well, it is a game changer from people's point of view of not having the stuff they need. And my famous rip close up with your hands, because I like that mod. Anyone that's watching the stream back at any point that's interested in the server, should be information on your screen now. Different spawns. We spawn within 300 yards or meters of medical centres around the map on each time that you spawn in. Again, changes the game. Got a map, haven't I? Don't need to storage more. Only. Massive, getting a pristine one. $42 slots, mine is 30. I'm guessing we're switching. Good exchange that was. Would make an amazing little base in there, and then you could airlock the whole of this. Probably for a solo, maybe not for a duo. Be a military camp up here. So we'll make our way up. Obviously, I'd like to replace the tactical with something that had a bit of punch. Happy with that. Box of nails. Bit of 762. Here a chicken. Do I need the food at the moment? I know the answer to that is you always need the food, but probably not. Pretty full. I'll take the risk and not have the food. Food on this server is unheard of. There's not on a zombie drop. So getting a tin of tack back is like massive. Do I switch to those after repairing them? Yes, I do. carrying my trainers. Hi, Silent. Oh, it happens, doesn't it? The thing is, the thing with DayZ, you just have to sort of remember that it's all just pixels. It all happens to all of us at times, unfortunately. I've known the chance of me getting to a place where I can use my 2 boxes of nails and a code lock are nil. I don't put enough hours in for that. So I need to go back down here along Miss Electra, Miss Cherno, aim for here, and then make my way up towards Michkino. I don't think I have any extra 45 USG, so the fact that I've got a mag of it, or half a mag, quarter of a mag, it's about all I've got on that, so I'll switch that to automatic. And we've got 2 rounds of 357, that'll have to do. Right, if we go that way, that'll bring us where we want to go. And the march continues. I get why some people play PvE, so they don't have that sort of thing happen to them. I prefer servers that have a risk. That's me. At times, you know, we ran an event last night. I had somebody that was just about to win the event, but couldn't push the quad bike out of the ground. So I did it in admin mode, and then someone else stole it. And they feel they were cheated out of a quad bike. Well, I didn't, in admin mode, I didn't use any special ways of pushing it. I just pushed it. I just found a hammer. It was very suspect that... Was this on my server? Was this on this server? Or was it on a different server? If it was on mine, I'd happily have a look at the logs for you if you want me to. Okay, so can you open a ticket and give me the sort of time it happened and what time zone you're in? Because after the stream, I'll have to look through the logs to see who was on at that time. Okay, so you're lamb. Okay. So I'd need to know. So you're on Canadian time, but I don't know which time zone in Canada. So I would need you to open a ticket on the Discord, and basically I need to know the rough time it happened and what time zone you're on, because then I'll convert your time zone to my time zone and I'll look at the server data. Believe me, if someone does cheat on my server and we catch them, they get a ban for life from here, and they also get a ban. They go automatically onto one of the ban lists run by the big players, because I share ban lists. But I would need a ticket opened to do it, because I have to work through it, and I never think it's fair to. Things like that are better dealt with in private, if that makes sense. But apart from that, are you enjoying the server? And whereabouts in Canada are you? Not that I know Canada that well. I was out in Alberta in 91 for 6 weeks on exercise. What I can do about it is I can see the player that shot you and I can see whether I trust them or not. I then can add them. If I don't know them and don't trust them, I can add them to a watch list, and then whenever they're on, I can follow them in God mode and see if they're making any stupid shots. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, apart from that. So yeah, if I've got a name, someone that is accused of cheating, they go onto a watch list and I watch them. I have God mode, I stop playing the game, and I basically follow them round with all the data open, and if they make a shot when they're looking at nothing, you're in Vancouver. PST. Okay. Yeah, so if they make a shot and there's nobody that they're shooting at, then I know they're cheating. Yeah. You know, if there's nothing that they're shooting at and suddenly that second somebody dies, I know they're up to no good. And then I can deal with it. Hi, 92. A little bit janky there. 1956, so 2000 hours approximately. I'm good, 92. How are you? You enjoying your ill-gotten gains from winning the event? Was it you that won? I think it was you that won, wasn't it? This is me starting off again. Because I had to kill myself, obviously, on the event. So, this is a fresh start. We're getting there. And I don't put a lot of hours into the server. When Chuckles wakes up, probably tomorrow morning, my time, his evening, we'll probably be on the server together and be in a duo. Just because I'm not on very often, he's not on very often. It makes sense to work together. Between the two of us, we might be able to get a door up somewhere. Hit the food. You played a blinder, seeing that you were gunned down, and then you just appeared, ran in, and I was watching you in God mode, flying above the map, and I was like, will he make it? 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 And then suddenly, bang, you were there. And it was like, well played. Oh, a knife. Huh. Got 9 times 19 in. If we bin that off to there, put that to there, we'll empty that out. Don't really need it. Okay, good. Well, that's that worked out then, guys. 92, I fully trust. Yeah. It didn't look like he was going to win. It really did not look like he was going to win. He went in, killed me, I think. I think he killed me. And then he was looting my body, and he got killed. And then there was a firefight going down, and while the two other people were shooting at each other, he ran in as a freshie, grabbed the bike, and drove off. I would say in the 2 years nearly now that I've been running a server for, I've only banned outright 5 people. We're not PvP enough to attract the cheaters let's be honest. We're a little bit too hard for them to want to make any effort. And they got no way on here of boasting about their kills because we don't have a kill feed. I don't know how you guys are getting so many keys. I'm not getting any. Everyone's getting keys apart from me, and I wrote the server and I know how they work. But you guys are spending a lot more time on the server than I am, so that's sort of understandable. Ugh. Come on, come to me. Oh, you've got a shoulder bag. No, you haven't. Not a real one. I got all excitable then. And it worked. If you'd actually looted my body as well, you'd have got boxes of nails and 556 and a Scar H. You might have actually the Scar H might have been in the bike. I can't remember now. But you got some good loot from it. We're going to run another one next week, hopefully. I've got a plan forming at the moment. I'd like to do an event each week. But I need to get some sort of hide or something up, because I don't want to keep losing my loot every time that I do an event. Because I still want to be able to play the server. So I've got to work out how to do it. I've got some ideas. It might not be a killer goblin one. It might be a something different. I have Scar. Yeah. Lovely scope as well on it. One of my friends, she's not really a gamer at all. She's always been quite anti-me gaming, and she's always been like, why do you game? What enjoyment do you get out of gaming? And today on her Facebook, she put a picture of DAYZ with I suppose when you get addicted to a game, you really get addicted. And I messaged her, I was like, you playing DAYZ? And she's like, yep, on PS5. I'd love to play it on PC. She goes, I can't get enough of it. I'm like, yeah, welcome. So I've got to invite her around now at some point to play it on PC and persuade her to buy a PC. We've got to convert her from PlayStation DAYZ to this version of DAYZ. But I'm quite impressed. I'm really impressed. For someone that's not really into gaming, for the first game that she picks up and falls in love with is DAYZ. It's amazing. So basically, guys, if you're on here and you're starting to get loads of keys make sense to a certain degree. So if you get something that says Sawmill or Nova, it's a base building crate. My suggestion is you push it, you get it, and you get a door down and get some storage in. Because you shouldn't be going out with more than one key at a time. Forget the altar key. That's just a starter key. But going out and having lots of keys is a nightmare. And also, I do understand that it's not that's easier said than done, because it's hard to get a base built to start with. Though there is a player out there with more than 10 doors already. Just before the event, Angry Monkey killed me. Then I came back. He fed me, gave me a gun and ammo. That's why I was able to take part in the event. Okay. I heard the shot when he killed you because I was getting the vehicle ready. When he gave you the gun and ammo, you should have shot him in the head. Bad goblin. Bad goblin. Probably the worst crate of the lot is the coastal one. But even that, as a survival game, has some stuff in that's useful. Probably the best on here, forgetting the end game crate system we've got running, would be base building, sawmills or Nova. Medical, because you get so much medical stuff that would fill your base up with enough medical stuff to last you for months. All the Green Mountain ones, which are trader ones, so general supplies. They're pretty good. So you have police crates with police items, medical with medical. Do we have fire station or did we bin fire station off? We might have run out of keys for not being able to do fire station. Yeah, we've probably got fire station actually still. We might have, might not. Depends if we had enough keys left. We've got the military ones, we've got the endgame one, we've got the altar one. We've got base building. But the keys are set as a low percentage chance of a spawn on zombies. Apart from the altar one that you spawn with. And the quest ones. The quest ones, you can only get the first one from a zombie. The rest are inside a crate. Also, all the keys that are not quest and not altar do spawn as singles in the world. It spawns one in. Once it's been found, it then waits 3 hours before it replaces it on the ground. So you can find some keys as ground loot if you're very lucky. I mean, the altar's good as a starting crate. Obviously, you've got the 2.2 pistol and a lot of ammo. 50, 60, 70 rounds of 2.2. And for farming zombies, that's amazing. Which is sort of why I've given it. Yeah. But it's really rare when that happens. So the fact that you found one doesn't mean you'll always find one there, if that makes sense. The only reason I have them spawn in on the ground is to guarantee they're going to spawn. Because sometimes DayZ can be a little bit weird with how it spawns things. No choice now, do I? Yeah, code locks will spawn. Code locks and nails will spawn. Tools, ultra rare, but fairly often nail boxes and tools. Sorry, nail boxes and code locks. And that's done again on purpose because it's harder to carry one of those with you. And a box of nails is heavy. So you're having to make choices about what you take. What do I throw away because I want to take a code lock with me? And that's a horrible choice to have to make. And I like forcing players to make choices. It's like now what do I throw away next? I need to go around here. I don't particularly want to play with Cherno. Bastard. I did not want to find a fucking Scar H at this point. Yeah, that's very me. Yeah, exploding zombies are something that I'm known for. Right, that can get thrown away. That can get thrown away. One of those can get thrown away. We could eat that. Yeah, blowing up zombies is a very goblin thing. We like zombies that blow up, though. They appeal. And I don't do that with a mod. I do that with a code. Hi, Sniper. And I like the fact that I do it with the code. My thinking behind it, and this is once you understand how I think, it makes playing my servers easier. Yeah, I know, but I've got no storage space, 92. I'd have to spend so much time throwing shit away that I'd get bored. Every time I find something I'd like, I'd be like, what do I throw away now? And I don't want that world. I do not want to be in that world. But you're telling me I have to, so I'll go back and do it. So my feelings behind it is, we're 12 years after the outbreak. If there'd been grenades or flashbangs or gas on people that then became infected or zombies, after 12 years of walking round in the rain and the snow and the wind, and fighting each other and fighting humans, those explosives would become unstable. So I like, if you've got unstable explosives, then they might explode. And that's how I plan it, basically. I plan them to be unstable. It's like the long grass. It's that whole, who's been cutting the grass in Chernarus? Because it's always very nice. It's not like the animals we have on here would be enough to do it. Yeah, it's a fair point. See, now the problems start. Good shout. Good shout, 92. Really good shout. No magazine, but we came away with some good gear. Getting hotter, which means the thunderstorm is about to come. Yeah, I like to play with my servers. I try and do as much as I can without going near mods. And I try and make the mods fit in. So we've got a weapons pack on here. Yes, there are 338s, but in my head, 12 years after the disaster, other teams would have moved in. It wouldn't just be vanilla weapons, because mercenaries would have flown in, scientists would have come in with protection teams. There would have been other weapons around. People would have been trading them, buying and selling, swapping, killing each other for them. So as long as you don't have hundreds of them, it feels okay to me. And also, because our kit is so badly ruined all the time, a 5.56 is a 2-tapper. A 7.62 39 is a 1-tapper. So when people go, do you have 1-tappers on your server? Well, yeah, 7.62. Oh, yeah, but if I'm wearing plate, yeah, you haven't worn plate on my server yet. You know, finding pristine plate is, like, not going to happen. Unless I spawn plate inside a crate, you ain't getting no pristine plate. And I know the grass doesn't spawn at long distance, it's a short distance thing. But it, when you're streaming, it looks, or making content, it looks really good. And I realise it makes no difference to a distance shot because of the way DAYZ spawns in terrain. But at least it means when I'm wandering round, it looks nice. Yeah, I'm the same. And the other reason I have to keep committing suicide is at the moment I don't have a base, obviously, so I have nowhere to put clothing. But when I go into God mode, it automatically makes all my items pristine. Just had to take a photo to send my PS5 playing friend. So I can do the, look, I've got long grass and we have to sleep on this server and shit like that. So it'll do her good to know that there's a reason to save up for a PC. Okay, Lamb, no problem. Thanks for being here. Heh, 92 lambs coming for you. Oh, give me some fruit. I'm not going to search every tree. Poor pickings. Zombie. My plan is to hit the mill in the centre there and then hit the mill there. Sort of how my, with maybe a diversion to the prison. wouldn't want to do that at distance. I need to get a scope on this bad boy. I think this makes more sense up close. I never searched the whole of this building. Historically, I've never had a lot of luck with it. I envisage I'll be on for about another hour, guys. So it's 8:30 now, so about 10 o'clock at night, probably finish. And then when I wake up at 5, Chuckles will be awake, because it will be his evening. And I can game them with Chuckles tomorrow. Normal search pattern. I say that and I might get tired and bin it in half an hour, you know. Today's been a long day. I've sort of set tomorrow up to be a day of gaming. Because I'm working next Sunday. So I won't really get any in. And then the weekend after that... no, then I've got a weekend off, then I'm working a weekend. And next Saturday I'll be quite busy getting ready for the Sunday's training. I'm not going to search that train. We know that train's never any use. And carts are open. Oh, we're building up supplies. Hatchet, hatchet, saw, and a flag. We can get a door up. I also want to do some work planning next week's event. My plans now change because that's Monkey letting off fireworks. And we know he's geared, and I'm not. I got 1 round of 308, which is in the GAT, I believe. Yeah, I've got 5 rounds of 308, but no scope. And my version of DayZ is you only get in firefights if you've got a chance or you're reacting to them. So I think he's been up in there and it's him that I've been following down. We know Monkey spends a lot of time on the coast, historically. Just looking for movement. Oh, for a scope. Okay, so it was an air raid. So the Cherno air raid. So it would be there. But monkeys somewhere in the area. I'm going to explain this to them. I had one player once leave the server because there were explosions going off behind them, and they reported it to me with a ticket saying that it was admin abuse and they wanted that admin fired. and I was trying to explain I could do it using the code. It wasn't admin abuse, it was me. And they said, I'm never playing your server again, you're cheating. And that's it, they were gone. And it's just because other server owners don't do it, doesn't mean it can't be done. And it's not that difficult to do. All you do is you make certain items spawn in damaged, sorry, badly damaged, or ruined basically. Because they're ruined, certain items when they're ruined, they'll explode. So if you have them spawned in a ruined state, as soon as they spawn in, they'll explode. And then you just select where they're going to spawn. And because I make that police and military, it means that if you're pushing anywhere that's got police and military, there's a chance of having explosions going off near you. Somebody shooting. Airfield? Or somebody farming zombies using a shotgun. You're on Chris Lamb. Restless. You got sensible people on, so I wouldn't have expected. So I was just turning off the HC. The online tools is because it's... I can... When I'm in God mode, I can jump around the map. Right, guys, I'm going to call it there. It's been a long day, and I will be on first thing in the morning with Chuckles. So I need to get a good night's sleep. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the interaction. Remember, if you've got a